This moment right now is the window for yesterday and is the doorway for tomorrow. So if you took a moment to reflect right now, what would you see through the window that was yesterday? What lessons are available to you? What results or outcomes did you get from yesterday? What did you set in motion? What did you support? What did you avoid? What information, what feeling, what vibe, what energy do you get when you look at your life that was yesterday? When you look at the window that was yesterday, what's there? And if this moment is the doorway to tomorrow, sitting here, what is your intention for tomorrow? What did you do yesterday that created this moment today, that you inherited, that you set up for yourself? So if this moment, what are you going to do now after watching this? If you're watching this, what are you going to do after this moment with what you hear, what you learn that comes up for you? What are you going to take action on? What are you going to take responsibility for? Where are you going to be bold and brave? Where are you going to be unapologetic? Where are you going to show up for yourself, for the power and the potential that you have? For a lot of us, it's not about becoming someone new. For a lot of us, it is about the reclamation of who we have always been, but we stopped being that version of ourselves. We let go of that version of ourselves to become someone, to belong to someone else, or to belong to a version of our stories that's not our own. Or we're still holding on to old versions of ourselves that in previous chapters or previous versions of our life, that was the strong version. That was who helped us survive. That was who we used to be when we were powerful. And in order to become who we are meant to become, it's about letting go of and surrendering all that no longer belongs. So it's the reclamation of ourself and our truth, and it's the activation of our power and potential. And how do we do that in this moment so that we are stepping into the doorway of what is available to us? And then when we sit in this moment tomorrow, we can look back and we can see through the window that we took action, that we showed up for ourselves. My name is Chantel Thompson, and I'm a proud Barkindji Yimpa woman. I am known as the Barkindji warrior heart. I am someone who has had to fight to be myself in the world. My story is not born from trauma or deficit or the things that I've overcome. The things that I have overcome, the things that I have been able to achieve have been possible because I had the courage to remember who I was, to fight for who I have always been. The power and the potential that are a part of my story were not something that I claimed. It was something that I activated within myself when I had the courage to remember who I was and who I have always been. And this is available to you. The ability to reclaim and remember who you have always been and to come from your power, your potential, and your purpose. That is the most powerful thing, is not when you are just driven by pain. Sometimes we become driven by pain because we ignored the whispers, we ignored the nudges, we ignored the signs, the calling. Life speaks to us, our ancestors, our purpose and our dreaming speaks to us. It whispers to us, it calls to us, our body speaks to us. Before we get to pain, there are all these other signs, but sometimes there are those of us that are Nunya breeds, stubborn, and we need to be in pain before we move. We need to wait for crisis and suffering before we move. What would shift and change if you were called, if you were guided, if you were driven by your power, your potential, and your purpose, and the possibility of what if it worked out with no certainty that it's going to be possible? What if just that pull of going, but what if I did? What if it was possible? What if I took that chance? What if I made that ask? What if I picked up the phone? I know this all to be true because sitting in the moment and reflecting on what was and what could be has allowed me to start to create more meaningful moments. My life has become possible. I became the Barkindji Warrior, 3-time world champion in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, a woman with 3 degrees under my belt, an entrepreneur that has founded multiple companies and has generated multiple 6 figures of income yearly. Someone who became a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and is leading my life guided and grounded in culture, ancestrally guided and dreaming led, because I had the courage to reclaim and remember who I was and activate what was already within. But that became possible when I slowed down enough to become intentional with the moments that I'm in, and understanding that this moment is a window to what was, and it is a doorway to what could be. And it's not about attachment to what could be, it's that drive of what's the possibility. You are needed in the world, in your truth, in your power, and your heart is the thing that bypasses ego and bypasses trauma.
Shines with your light.
There's Maya
Angelou.
Angelou.
Complete without you. So stand tall, walk proud, and let the world see the masterpiece that you are. My dear hearts, let me tell you something that too many folks forget. Struggle does not make you less.
So that was a message from the universe, from Auntie Maya Angelou. You already have everything you need. And sometimes we think we need to become someone else or become someone new. Sometimes the journey is coming back to who we are and releasing the layers that got in the way of that. If you want to know more about this, come and join me in the Warrior Heart School. The Warrior Heart is about standing in your power, being your truth, and following your heart. In this community, we are allowed to be ourselves and understand who are we, what is our purpose, what is our calling, what is it that is worth fighting for right now, and who are we fighting for? Who are we responsible for? Who are beneficiaries? Who is impacted in the world by how we're showing up? And understanding that when we come back to ourselves and we do the inner work, others become beneficiaries of that work. Yes, those that are parents or mothers, we are here to give our children the best life, the way to give them everything they need to thrive and succeed in life. One of the most powerful ways to do that is by ensuring that you are grounded within yourself and doing the inner work while showing up to be mum. Because who we are internally, the beliefs we hold about ourselves, the beliefs of what we hold we are worthy of, how we feel towards ourselves, our subconscious beliefs, and what we believe is possible for us, but also by us, impacts how we show up and lead in the roles and responsibilities that we have for other people. Come and join the Warrior Heart community and let's walk this journey together. Understand how to stand in your power, how to be your truth, and how to connect with your heart in a way that it allows you to be guided and led by your heart. Because our heart whispers our truth. It bypasses our ego and our trauma. And this moment right now could be your opportunity where you say yes to yourself. You say yes to knowing what you are fighting for and what is worth fighting for. Because here's the thing. I know that for many people, the world has told you that you are too much or that you are not enough. And yet you are everything you need. You are already worthy. You are already enough, and you already have everything you need to say yes to the most powerful version of yourself. But that can only be decided by sitting in this moment and going, who was I yesterday and who am I going to become tomorrow? How is this moment going to become a window that you look through one day and go, that was the moment that I said yes? And this moment become a doorway where you step through to reclaim your truth and to activate your power and your potential. If you want to know more, follow my YouTube channel, subscribe below, and check in with yourself and go, what is this moment going to mean? What is it going to be a window for? And what doorway are you stepping into? Big love you, mob. My name is Chantal Thompson, the Barkindji Warrior, Warrior Heart. Come and join me on this journey in my school community. Come and join my YouTube, and let's see how we can walk this journey together. Big love you, mob.